What is up, guys? I'm EJ. I'm joined by Shamari and Kendall. This is our recap reaction to the Warner Brothers Montreal video game panel, which we now know was the Gotham Knights panel, a brand new video game that will feature a story centering around Barbara Gordon's Batgirl, Nightwing, obviously Dick Grayson, Jason Todd's Red Hood, and Tim Drake's Robin. Man, I'll tell you guys, to me, when you think about just a show-stopping panel, this was it. I mean, I can't remember the last time I was that excited about anything regarding this medium. And I guess,
Wow.
And I know that sounds crazy.
That's hyperbole, but
It sounds like hyperbole, but it isn't
maybe
for
it's
me,
not.
I guess, because look, we're like, yes, we love this culture, but we're also, critics sounds like too like uppity. I don't want to say critics, but like we're commentators, I would say, of this culture. So when you commentate, you do have a little bit of skepticism about anything that's done. You know what I'm saying? So with any movie, with any video game, with any comic book,
Right.
because we've been burned by things we thought were great and it turned out not to be so great. There's gonna
You kind of want to come in with a zero mindset.
Yeah, so I didn't know what to expect from this other than we'd see the Court of Owls, and this was going to be a Batman game. So when I see Batman, doing his goodbye note again, and I'm like, okay, is he going to come back? And then I see, Barbara suit up, and I see Dick suit up, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And then I see, Red Robin, Red Hood take off the mask, and you see Jason Todd and then Robin gets ready, and then you realize what's happening and that this is going to be a game centered around these characters, the Bat family. As someone who, obviously people who listen to this podcast or know this YouTube channel know I'm a huge Dick Grayson Nightwing fan. The fact that this is happening, I was losing it. And then when I actually saw, the trailer that they put out, which was unbelievable, but then you see the gameplay and you see how it looks. Like, wow. Again, I don't say that often, but wow, this was to me outstanding stuff.
I got chills seeing the Court of Owls, man. That tease.
Yeah, I know.
And then you see Talon at the end. I'm like, oh snap, they're not messing around. And look, all week they've been teasing the Court of Owls with the whole redacted thing and on Twitter, and that was cool. But this game looks like it's gonna be serious, man.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer aspect of it like takes it to another level in terms of a gameplay vibe. Like it really does feel like, and we kind of see this a little bit with the Marvel's Avengers game as well, but it does really feel like they've taken like the Marvel Ultimate Alliance model of like playing with these superheroes as a team and like kind of running around and beating up villains, taking that to like now like it's like to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be hyper realistic. So that is gonna be very fun.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I can't wait. We've been waiting however many years since Arkham Knight
Feel like a decade, right?
came out, and the hype for that game was so huge that we all beat it. I don't know how fast I beat that game. I beat it very fast because the moment it came out, I was playing it and
Couldn't talk to Shamar for a week.
Yeah, couldn't catch me for a week. I was always playing Arkham Knight. So this is a huge moment. The game looks incredible. The characters look incredible. I love all their suits. It's amazing. We're gonna be playing as Red Hood with the Bat family.
I know.
That alone is, I'm buying the deluxe edition, the ultimate edition, whatever super edition they have. I'm buying it. I'm buying all the DLC.
The Super Aggro Crag edition of Gotham Knights.
I am absolutely buying it. So yeah, it looks incredible. The Court of Owls look great. I mean, my only question with regards to the Court of Owls is I know that storyline had some very personal elements with Bruce Wayne in terms of with the Talon and everything with that. So I'm wondering how that's going to translate in this game. But I mean, we can get more into that on the podcast. I'm sure we'll probably have it.
Yeah, that was something I thought about too. Now I think that in the comics, I think they've done a good job because obviously, Court of Owls introduced with Batman villains. But I think they've done a good job of allowing Nightwing and Batgirl to have a lot of run-ins with the Court of Owls ever since, the Court of Owls first introduced as Batman villains. And so for me, I guess it doesn't feel as out of place. It is a little weird considering, like, I guess in this continuity, the Court of Owls would have never tangled with Batman before. But from that standpoint, I was a little more okay with it, though I think that is a good point. I I won that gameplay. Shout out to what a great Mr. Freeze they put together too. I mean, just like
Yeah.
the art and his character design was awesome. And to me, like, as the developers said, they said, yes, this is a Quarter of Owls game, but we have a lot more to share than just a Quarter of Owls. And that's the impression I get too. I think that we're gonna get a lot of surprises. I think there are gonna be things in this game that are gonna happen that nobody anticipated. So while I'm excited and I have some questions about how the Quarter of Owls will be used, I'm also kind of in a kind of a wait and see mode, because I feel like, well, if they're telling me anything's possible, the one thing about these Arkham games that I've enjoyed is that when you play them throughout, like, you're surprised. Like, you think the story is going one way very clearly,
Yep.
it turns completely into something different, and you're like, wow, I didn't expect I'm playing this now new story that I didn't think we were gonna go. So I expect that to happen with this game as well. And I also, I'll say this, like, I was excited for what they were gonna do with the WB Montreal. We knew it was gonna be an Arkham-like game, maybe even a continuation of Arkham, and we knew Court of Owls was going to be involved. But I think that they had a true challenge to try to make this game feel and look different than the other Arkham games. I would have played the heck out of it if it was just a random Batman Arkham game. It didn't matter. But I do think, like, for me, in terms of, like, the creator's integrity, quote unquote, like, I also give them super high marks for saying, no, let's do something bold. Let's do something different.
Yeah.
Even in the fighting style of what I saw, the fighting even looks different than how you would fight in Batman Arkham. Obviously the team up aspect of it. I even like the fact that each the goons have like their own health bar. I love that feature. 'Cause I'm playing like the old Arkham City game again, and like I'm playing on hard. I'm just fighting these guys nonstop. I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna be done with these goons. So yeah, no, I thought that this was a truly unique idea and a great concept. I'm happy they thought outside the box to bring us something that we don't have. There weren't a lot of calls for a Batgirl video game or a Nightwing video game. Like the fact that they made the bold decision to say, no, we're gonna highlight these Bat characters and people are gonna love it because we're gonna make it dope. I'm excited about that. It looks unbelievable.
Is this their bridge to using these characters in future properties?
I believe it is.
Because we know we were supposed to get a Batgirl movie, we're supposed to get a Nightwing movie. There's been talks about a Red Hood television series. Robin, who knows, obviously, but I do wonder if this is kind of setting the stage, setting the table for using these characters now becoming kind of mainstream.
They already have a Robin and a Nightwing on TV in terms of Titans.
Yeah, and Young Justice as well.
And Young Justice.
But if them getting their own kind of properties is still kind of up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, again, Nightwing and a Batgirl movie are supposed to happen, and I think that is part of the reason why we're getting this project. I think that if there was no plan to do any kind of Batgirl movie or any Nightwing movie, I don't think that this happens. I think this happens because DC is trying to rev up interest and excitement around those characters. So I totally think there was a connection. When I saw this come out, I was like, this is genius, because I know they're trying to do these characters in movies. So of course, putting them in a video game and like a flagship franchise kind of video game like the Arkham series is, that makes perfect sense. So, wow. Again, that's all I can say. Like, just stunning visuals. Gameplay looks awesome. Story concept, I love it. I have nothing negative to say about this panel. I was really, truly excited, truly surprised. I mean, I know there were. Now I look back, I know there were some leaks that got out apparently a couple days before. But if you didn't see those leaks, I don't know. Nobody predicted we were going to see that. Nobody predicted that we were going to get that kind of game. So to actually surprise the fans like that with something so awesome, they deserve a lot of credit. That's going to do it for this Gotham Knights panel recap reaction. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, like I said, we talk all this superhero content on our podcast. You can find that New Generation Hero Talk podcast. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, and TuneIn. For Shamari, for Kendall, I'm EJ. Take it easy, guys. Peace.